Hopefully you're having a decent Friday so far. Welcome to another MadArt with Steph, where I, Steph, will be working on some, hopefully, mad art. I'm not mad, but the art is. Alright, so I haven't really tested out my setup here, so let's see how this is looking. Okay. Alright. So let's get this down. Bring this up. Alright. Yeah, let me know how you're doing. Let's check something. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's see here. Okay. A little... Alright, I'm testing out like my green background. It's alright, it'll do. It'll do. It'll do. I feel like... Okay, yeah, alright. Give me 1 second. Hello, sweet rolls. Oh, what is happening here? Okay. A bit of a weird thing happening now that wasn't happening 2 seconds ago. Maybe I'll turn the light back. Alright, give me 1 second. I don't know. I don't know, Maroth. We're still learning. I think we're just gonna keep it like this for right now. Let me just see. Let me make sure. Let's see here. Let me make sure it's not trying to autofocus. Steph, I've known you for years, but you look different to me without headphones on. Well, yeah. Alright, so let's see. Configure video, because I know that the autofocus... See, autofocus is back on. Auto. So that should help with some of the, weird, I think, background stuff. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Well, I just woke up an hour ago. Just woke up an hour ago. So, doing okay. Doing alright. Yeah. Although that's thankfully the last Friday for a while that I'll have to like sleep in till 11 to at least get like 6 hours of sleep, or almost 6 hours of sleep. Because I've been staying up watching WandaVision, so. And last night was a 50-minute episode, so unless the next MCU show is good. Right. Well, let's see. The next one isn't dropping until May, I think. Oh, this lighting is... Anyways. We might just deal with it. It'll be just bad lighting for the moment. Yeah. I mean, the next one isn't dropped until May. I'm hoping May I might have a job. So... Hopefully, crossing fingers, maybe? So, we'll see. I might have to watch my MCU show on a different day than that. Why is low light compensation on? Oh. Uh-oh. Well, I don't want low light compensation on, but here we are. Okay, we're just gonna deal with this today. I'll mess with it after stream. Yeah, hi. Oh yeah, I do plan to watch the Loki show when it comes out in May, but again, I'll probably have to do that not on a at 3 a.m. Friday morning. So, yeah. All right, we're just gonna just dive into this. I'm just gonna this is what happens when I don't have time to set up. So, here we go. All right, so we're working on the Pyxrin pinup art today. Welcome to MadArt again. Yep, this is how we do this. All right, so I think, let's see, we're just going to put that over there. Deal with that later. Yeah. Oh, hey, Twitch is telling me it's my 22-month anniversary. Anyways, squirrel. That's apparently my, mindset today. Distracted by everything. Okay. All right. So we are. Yeah. I'm suddenly like, this is not. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This is Okay. So 22-month anniversary, 150 episode tonight? Oh, that's right. It is our 150th episode for Stormfall. I completely forgot. I'm so excited. So excited. My green screen's all kinds of weird. I'm having issues with, like, the lighting. You would think being in such a small room that, like, I wouldn't have trouble using two huge lights to, like, light the background evenly. But I do. I think because, like, lighting it evenly has also meant, like, washing out my face completely. So... Yeah, it's fine. Okay, Stephanie. This is the perfectionist is coming out of me, and it's not helping me at all right now. All right. Yeah, excited for the 150th episode tonight. Epiversary. Sounds so epic. Oh man. Okay, art mindset. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we were working on certain things last week. I have to remember that we are doing a pattern on this, so that will actually probably help kind of cover up some flaws there at the lighting. Are you saying there are flaws with Pyxrin's figure? No, there's flaws, sometimes flaws with my lighting on fabric because I'm not... I understand my strong points and my weak points. Painting lighting on fabric is not exactly a strong point for me. I understand this about myself. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Pyxrin's figure. Alright, so we got the bracers done, got that done. I guess we just need to, like, work on the... Um, I think I need to put like some more like eyelash action on her eyelashes, on her eyes. That's what I'm feeling. So, strength, character art, weakness, clothes, and lighting. What solution could you find? It took me a couple of minutes for off. It took me a couple of minutes to fully, like, process what you were saying. Yeah. That delay was perfect. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I'm just not going to look over at my camera at all. That's what's happening right now. But I think I do need to kind of like either readjust my chair to get more center frame here, or readjust my life. Yep. Okay, that's better. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's better. That's good. Okay, so this little fringe thing, I think, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. I was wondering for a second if it should be see-through, like this little, like, fringe here on the edges, but I think we'll keep it fabric. Well, not a see-through fabric. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Yep. Yep. I mean, like, no one was forcing me to stay up and watch WandaVision when it was released. I mean, let's be clear here. But it just seemed like a fun thing to do. Since I have, like, a choice for when I wake up in the mornings right now. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that, I mean, like, not that it's over, but I'm glad that I won't feel like, that I've made this obligation with my friends to do that, and I can, like, actually go to sleep at a decent time when... Listen, y'all, I've been getting... So I got a little over 7 hours of sleep for 2 nights in a row, and it was an eye-opener for me. I I felt great those 2 days. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It was wonderful. I was like, wow, is this what it feels like to not go through the day sleepy? Or to feel tired for not doing anything? To feel well rested? Oh, what a concept. What a concept. Unfortunately, I don't know how that's going to work whenever I get an out of the house job, because I do have several obligations throughout the week that keep me up until at least 1:30. So it might be a short-lived luxury, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Just kill the Forsaken early in an episode. There, Monday's solved. Oh no, well it's not just Mondays. It's like every Mondays. Let's see, Tuesdays are okay. I have something on Wednesdays that will be keeping me up until 1:30. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays up until like 1:30. Oops. But I will make it work because I love my D&D. I'm sorry. I can't help it. If the option came to be like pick either not have those or like pick a job that just works around, like pick a job that you can make it work, I'd just pick a job that makes it work. I will work at like a Dollar General store to make it work. Okay. Oh. Well, OBS is kind of being, not great. Okay. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Well, I don't know what to do here. Yeah, I don't know if it's just so in and out. It might be, maybe it's the Twitch server that I'm using. It's super weird. Yeah, because like, as far as my CPU stuff is okay, but it seems like it might be, let's see. Okay, so people had problems at 6 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, it does seem that there might be a few I don't know. Seems like it's okay. Hey, Doombite. Welcome. How are you doing? We just had a little Twitch hiccup, so I was just seeing if, like... Well, it doesn't seem like there's any, like... Oh, but it does say that there's, like, a little bump in outages just a little bit ago. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay. How are you doing today, Doombite? How are you? Okay. Alright, yeah, it seems kind of like a little iffy. Alright. Looks like we might be okay right now, though. Might have just been a little hiccup. Doing alright. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing fine. Just working on this Pyxrin pinup that I've been working on for a bit. Alright. Okay, let's see here. My gosh, so I watched, well, I watched one movie last night, fully, that, I had never seen before. Cool World. It was quite the experience. We'll just leave it there. If you've never had the pleasure of seeing it, it is a mixture of live action. Did I readjust myself? Like, what's happening here? It's a mixture of live action, the cartoon from the 90s. Listen, it's not really a cartoon, Frank. It mixes animation with live action. And, yeah. Still trying to, like, fix my camera here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, quite the experience. That's one way to put it. Yeah. If you haven't experienced it, it's a mixture of live action and animation. Back in the early 90s, I think? Yeah, from the 90s, so early 90s. It has Brad Pitt in it, a very young Brad Pitt, who I can't tell if it's just, because my friend pointed out that this is kind of how he acted in Interview with a Vampire as well, like very kind of like, but with that one, like, I think I kind of understand, I feel, but like, you know, this was a little before I believe that he learned some extra tricks of his trade. But he could have also just been working with what he was given, which wasn't a lot, I imagine. So, yeah, it was an experience. It was an experience. I just remember, because when I was younger, I played the video game, because there was a video game for, I think, the Super Nintendo, that I used to rent a lot. And because, like, it was just really weird, and it was, like, also just, like, super hard, so, like, I just liked renting it occasionally. Yeah, and I always saw the poster at the movie rental place we went to. They had a poster of Cool World up, and I was like, yes. I was like, it has animation in it. Why am I not old enough to see this? So, yeah, it was a lifelong dream to see it. Now I say I didn't miss anything. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 4%. So we kind of knew what was going to be happening when we were going into it. One friend had seen it before, but it had been a very long time. The other friend had not seen it. So we experienced it for the first time together. I'm not really sure that I'm glad that I watched it, but I guess I can say now that I've seen it. Not like I've ever heard anyone in my life be like, so have you seen Cool World? I don't think I've ever heard anyone even talk about Cool World. Ever. In any conversation. Now we know why. Now we know why. Yeah. Now I'm thinking I should do a I should have worked on the Stormfall comic today. That's what I should have done. But oh well. Maybe I'll do like my own stream later to work on the Stormfall comic since it's our 150th episode this evening. Yeah, saw it back then. Vague memories, let's say, did not make an impression. It was definitely like just a wild, wild ride. I'm not sure what's happening with this piece of fabric here. And then we watched I'm gonna say made in the 90s Little Nemo animated movie, which was, even though it's weird, it was a palate cleanser compared to Cool World. I actually really like that one. I mean, of course, there's some of it I don't remember, but after I started watching it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember watching this a lot as a kid. And then we watched WandaVision. Which I need to talk to people about. Because as the song goes, I got issues. Frank, how's your day going? I'm not sure if I said welcome. If I didn't, welcome to the stream. It looks like so far the stream is staying strong since our little hiccup earlier. Going well. Hope all is the same for everyone. Yes, I didn't get my over 7 hours of sleep last night, but it's going okay. I will survive. Dear Diary, sacrifice 1.5 hours of sleep to Cool World. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned. Well, the 1.5 hours of missed sleep actually came from WandaVision more than anything. But Cool World was on the first on the list, so we started watching Cool World around like midnight. Although I will say that there were several F-bombs dropped on Cool World because there were so many times that I was like, what? Wait, what is happening? What? I was joking with my friend that it almost seems like the creators were like they went to like a local like a local art college that taught animation and were like, okay, y'all, we just need some like weird animation that we're going to loop in our film because it's like a mix of this is your big break. So give me some like weird animation and we're just going to loop it in certain scenes that are a little boring. To try and give the viewer something to look at. Because that's basically what was happening sometimes. Basically what was happening. Cheap animation labor to offset Brad Pitt costs. Done. Well, it would be in scenes that Brad Pitt was in. And there would just be these weird, like there was one, like, okay, like the one that I noticed it the most there was, towards the beginning of the film, there's a, close to the beginning, there's a scene where Brad Pitt and the animation woman Hollywood, and so she's being animated and she's like kind of I guess to use an outdated term, kind of like the sex pot of the film, and so she yes. So so her and Brad Pitt are having this conversation in her room, like in her apartment or whatever. And while they're talking, Hollywood, what? Honestly, that's a pretty good porn name. Yeah. Well, yeah. A fun fact that Amazon taught us was that for not just Brad Pitt, Gabriel Byrne, Kim, well, no, I mean, but in this scene specifically, Kim Basinger did the voice and the human version, the humanoid version of Holly. Yeah, I'm not a big like Kim Basinger fan, but I think that's just because she was kind of out of my, in that weird kind of in between. Like, I don't consider her like a classic movie star, and then I don't consider her like she's not in a lot of films that I like or that I have even nostalgia of. So, anyways, yeah, I'm trying to think. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in that scene when Brad Pitt is towards the beginning of the film, Brad Pitt's having the conversation with Holly. I remember I was telling you now. Completely, wow. I am the dog from Up today. Amazon taught us with their little factoid things, on Amazon Prime Video, that, the movie company, which was Paramount, did a publicity stunt of sorts to where they paid thousands upon thousands of dollars to put a huge cardboard cutout of Hollywood on the Hollywood sign in California, like sitting on one of the letters. It cost them thousands of dollars, but this. And I think they also changed the U to they changed the O. Yeah, they changed the, they put also, I think, a cutout in front of the O and the D at the end of Hollywood and changed it to O-U-D, which was how you spelled her last name. So they paid all this money to have this cardboard cutout of Hollywood on the Hollywood sign, and I think for it to say Hollywood. And of course, people around the sign, Nightbot's going crazy. Of course, people around the sign, like went wild because they're like, you know, I mean, if you look up, if you Google search Hollywood, uh, Cool World, you know, she's very scantily dressed usually, very very curvy. That's not even the term I'd probably go for. Anyways, and like they definitely use her sexuality, utilize it, and yeah. So, anyways, neighborhoods around, actually like put up petitions of like that they wanted it taken down and got it taken down. So that's it. It was just interesting that like the company put so much money into that, thousands and thousands of dollars, only to like, you know, but who thought that would be a good idea? Like who thought that would just be okay? I mean, it is Hollywood, but then also like you do have people that live in that area, you know, that people don't want to look at that every day. So, especially like, you know, anyways. But yeah. So fun fact. But yeah, anyways. Oh, and I was talking about in that scene between Brad Pitt and Hollywood, there were several animations in that scene, like while they were talking, that had nothing to do with what was happening. Which this happened a lot in the movie, but I noticed it specifically. I think this is when it started, and I noticed it. And like there were like these little like characters at the bottom of the screen that would like start running back and forth, and it was totally like a looped animation that would just randomly start and stop. And then like they had like weird things that would happen, like this random character. This is her apartment, mind you. So I'm not sure what these characters are doing in her apartment. There would be like this random character come in and like a safe would fall from the ceiling and it went to their head, and like you would see this little dust cloud, and then that would be it. No explanation of like what these things are that are happening. It's just there. How many movies have these neighborhood dwellers been in? They're not even real people. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dr. Delvin. Welcome. Have you ever seen Cool World? I watched it for the first time last night. It was definitely an experience I will not soon forget. Cool World? Yes. Early 1990s movie. Brad Pitt. Kim Basinger. Oh, no, but I remember it ads. Yes, that's the way I was. I remember ads for it. And yes, Who Framed Roger Rabbit style, but it was like rated PG-13. So, which I also believe that PG-13 rating has devolved a bit since then, because I feel like it could have easily been rated R now, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, it was a mixture of live action and animation, but was meant more for adults than Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Which Who Framed Roger Rabbit has its own problems, but it's been a while since I've seen that, so I won't dive into that one. The plot sounds familiar, though. I might have caught it on TV at some point. Oh, maybe. So probably a censored version? Fun. Fun. I don't think you'd actually miss out on too much, but there was a lot of yeah, yep, that's yep. Mhm. We'll just say this. The script was definitely written by a man. Absolutely. There's no getting around that it was definitely written by a man. In fact, probably the whole concept was just developed by a man. It wasn't. It was written by two men. Yep. Let's just put it this way. There's this whole... We have this jail marked for mature. There's this whole... there's a lot of issues with the movie. But one of the whole things is that, so, you know, Holly is wanting to get to, like, the real world. Like, she's wanting to... Well, I'm not really sure that she's always wanted this, but at some point in the movie, she decides that she wants to go from the animated world, this cool world, which this guy created in our world for, like, as a comic book called Cool World. So we're kind of inside this, like, comic animated universe. It's more animated than comic book, though. Anyways, like, if a comic there's, like, I don't understand how it's a comic book, but anyways. She decides she wants to go back, and for, like, all of a sudden this plot point comes into play that it's like you have to find the spike of power, and this is a literal spike. It's a literal, like, maybe a foot long spike with like a round end to it. Like, it's round and then it goes to a spiky point. So basically you have to get the spike of power in order to, I guess, the spike of power was supposed to heal you. And that was like, for the last half of the movie, or the last quarter of the movie, that was the whole point, was like, Holly was looking for the spike of power, which was on top of a building. And so she had to go and get it to be healed, which I guess meant become real forever, because she was kind of, even though she had went over, like, she was looking humanoid and had went over into the real, like, our world, she was starting to, like, flicker back and forth in between a humanoid and a cartoon character. So anyways, so that was one thing. They was like, okay, spike of power, gonna heal you. Got it. Well, but Holly fucks Jack, which turns her into a human instead of a cartoon. So what is the real spike of power? This is true. Yep. Yeah, I think that's, yep. But I think, like, the whole, like, the spike of power existed in the human world, because once they got there, like, she was, like, twisting, she was going in between cartoon and human, and then she got the spike of power, touched it, and pretty much, like, all of this, like, cartoon, like, off on the top of this building, all of the, like, the cartoon world was starting to, like, seep into the real world. So, like, all of these, like, and of course it was all the scary crap, like, it was all the scary faces, and because, like, the backgrounds were, like, in the cartoon world were, like, all, like, buildings with faces on them. And there'd be these weird, like, faces floating through the air, and, like, a horse skull that would, like, turn inside of itself and then like turn back into a horse. Like it was the strangest thing. Teaching people that sex with an animated female will make her real in real life. It's not the message we want to be sending out there these days. Yeah. And there was this, yeah, some of my friends were talking about, like, how, like, yeah. And then, like, once, like, the spike of power on the top of this building was activated and all of these, like, it almost looked like that the top of the building was bleeding, like, and it had this huge hole in it. So, yeah, it was an experience I won't soon forget. I'm really surprised I didn't dream about any of it last night. I'm really surprised because it was kind of disturbing at points. This is like someone's first fan fiction got turned into a movie. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it was a mess. But again, for only 4% on like Rotten Tomatoes, so yes, I've played. Oh, was it NES? I can't remember if it was NES or Super NES. I played the game. That's how like I mostly like knew about it, was that I had rented the game. Had rented the game quite a few times, honestly, because it was weird. And yeah. Yeah, it was also just like, I think just as, if I remember correctly, like just as much a mess as the movie was. Like it wasn't really coherent. But I think I liked it because it was like, it was just like the style of it was, and the cover always like attracted me. I keep like moving back over to the side of the I don't know why I didn't make those the darker color to begin with, but oh well, here we go. Yeah, they also made an SNES game, but it was a different game. Oh, I believe that let's see here. On NES, you were Frank. On SNES, you were Jack. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, they also had a PC game. Yeah, I think it was a Super Nintendo one that I would pick up a lot. Yeah, I think it was the Super Nintendo one. Could it have been the sexy girl on the cover? I don't know. I don't know what drew me to it. But, of course, I didn't see... Well, no, I guess that they had... The way that our... Because, again, like, I used to rent from, like... My family used to rent from, like, a really, really extremely small rental place. Local. And, she would always have, like, the box. And then she would have, like, cases, like, around that or behind it to, for the game to rent. And, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, so it wasn't the Nintendo Entertainment System. It was the Super Nintendo that I would rent all the time. Yeah, because I recognize more the Super Nintendo one than I do the other one. Yeah, wild. Yeah. I'm not really sure like what I thought was going on in the game. I don't think I ever made it that far in the game. So I never got to any like I think of the later plot points probably that would start making it a little strange. But yeah, I thought yep, I remember this. Yep. Yep. That's wild. Okay, I'll stop looking at that now. They also made ones for the Commodore 64. God, jeez Louise. Yeah. Same. We had a small rental place called TC's Video. We'd rent from. Yeah, ours was called Video Bug. Hey, Rebel. Welcome. We're talking Cool World, which I'm sure is a movie you probably haven't seen. But welcome. Eventually, Blockbuster showed up in the next town over. It's the only version of the game that allows players to control Jack Deebs, who must avoid the advances of Hollywood and return home. Nice. Nope. Rebel, how are you doing today? Or how have you been doing the last couple of days? I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. Just dealing with house stuff, been packing and figuring out homeowners insurance. Ooh, packing? That's exciting. Close in less than 3 weeks. That's cool. I'm excited for you. It's a little bit of a harsh color, but okay, we'll tone it down a bit here in a second. I also started watching, well, I watched WandaVision last night. I started watching a series on Netflix called, which might not be like extreme interest to most of the people in this room, but there was people in the chat. Ginny and Georgia. Georgia and Ginny. I think it's Ginny and Georgia on Netflix. It's a 50-minute one, Rebel. Since it's the season, it's the last episode of the season. Just to give you a fair warning. We were surprised when we pulled it up last night. You can finally start watching. Yes. I hear there are two end credit scenes. Yes, there are. Correct. I've been waiting so I can binge it all. Oh man. Yeah, it was kind of fun. Like that was the first show I think in a long while that I've had to wait for episodes on. So it was kind of a, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a nice experience to kind of experience them all weekly. Twitter spoils everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that like my friend was running into. Like I don't mind honestly, but it drives my friend crazy who I watch it with. So, yeah, she needed to either watch it when it was released or like the day after or even or maybe like even like Saturday. Like we even tried like waiting until Sunday to watch them and she was getting things spoiled for her. So, we moved it up. Okay, that's such a harsh color. I don't check Twitter much these days, so I've been able to avoid that stuff. Yeah, I don't either, and I don't usually scroll through Facebook either. Um, FB is all political in my news feed, so no spoilers there, just Twitter. I really need to break up with it with FB. Yeah. The thing is that like there are, I mean, I guess the things that I stay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think now. I mean, I guess like I would probably still keep Messenger because I have people that I talk with through Messenger, but I think everything that I was wanting to stay on FB for, like a couple of groups I was kind of involved in, I'm not really as involved anymore, and they're on Discord now, like as well as Facebook, even though most of their stuff comes from Facebook. Maybe I should just get rid of it. Because now I just find myself scrolling just to see what everyone's up to. Like, which usually ends up with me either seeing something that makes me angry or yeah, maybe I just need to keep Messenger and delete and just yeah. I use the Messenger app to get the one useful part of Facebook in my life and never check the actual Facebook site. Pretty much just for Messenger. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Maybe we're done. Maybe I'm done with Facebook, except for the Messenger app. Maybe I just need to do it. I just don't. Have a chipmunk singing now? Once I hear it, I can't unhear it. Now it just sounds like one of the chipettes singing. Dear FB, it's not you, it's me. Well, to be honest, it's you. Yes. Oh, but I was gonna say I started watching this show on Netflix called Ginny and Georgia, and it was oh, George and Jenny. I can't remember the order that they put those two names in. I'm still watching it, but like I started watching it because Joe on our Monday night campaign said that Pyxrin Like the main character, well, one of the main characters, the mom, remind like totally is like a human embodiment of like Pyxrin, except like of course like not like a tiefling, but like her personality, and he's completely not wrong. I was like, oh my gosh, yep. It keeps feeling like a Saturday to me, and I have no idea why. Because Saturday I wouldn't be doing this, but for some reason, it feels like a Saturday. Uh, wow. I don't know what the yell was for, but okay. Oh gosh. Da-da-da. Alright, so I think maybe do the cinnamon rolls before we do like the pattern on her apron. Maybe? Which I need references for. Sweet rolls. Whoops. Yes, we need cinnamon bun references. Okie dokie. I go through and erase some of these little pencil lines in here, if I can find them.
threshold of a vast and awesome universe that utterly dwarfs time, space, and potential the tidy anthropocentric proceed of our ancestors. A universe in which every day suns are born and worlds obliterated. We gaze across millions of light years of space.
Oh, that's for that, so that's something different. Okay. I wonder what these little things were supposed to be. Were these flowers? Blueberries? Blackberries? I'm trying to figure out. I think they might have been berries, I think? I don't remember what my original idea was. Are these pastries? Hey, Jasmine. Welcome. How are you doing today? Just got in from work and watching the NASA stream. Nice. Making me hungry. Mm-hmm. Sure, noise. I don't know what it was. I think it might even feel a little bit darker. The spiral salad. Good. I'm also going to put some icing on them, of course. Alright, I'll probably finish the spirals here and then take a quick break. I know we're only like 40 minutes away from, well, I mean, I'll probably go like 15 minutes over since that's about 15 minutes late getting started, so. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate it. How much time on average do you think you put into a piece like this? Well, I would say so far I've probably put in about maybe about 9 hours so far. And that's probably on the low. Yeah, it's probably about 9 hours so far I've put into this one. And I still have like touch-ups to do on her. Of course, getting these done, and then the background, and then the text. So probably I'm about halfway, maybe about 60% done, probably. Do you have a lot of projects at once, or focus kind of on one thing at a time? For this program, I just focus on one thing at a time. Generally, I have a lot of different irons in the fire. So yeah, usually with this program, like I'll just work on one piece until it's finished for the most part, and then go from there. All right, I got the spirals done. I'm going to take a quick like 5-minute break, so I will be right back, and then we'll have like another like a little bit less than an hour streaming, but a little bit longer. I just meant more in general because I know you take commissions outside the MadArt. Yes, I do. I don't. I suck at advertising myself and my stuff, so I don't. Work's been bad the past year. I guess I'll just say that. Year and a half. About a year. So I don't have any like commissions at the moment, but yeah, I mean, even if I don't have commissions or don't have a lot of work, I'm working on a bunch of other stuff. So there's always something for me to do. Fair, no, I know what it's like to not be as, yeah, I'm not. I'm really bad at it. Which is a shame, but it's just, for some reason, it's really hard for me to wrap my head around. Like, I can't, it's like I've read everything I should be doing, like, everything I should be, like, posting my art online, like, you know, like, posting, like, about my work, sharing on different things. But, like, even the thought about doing that makes me not overwhelmed, but just really kind of, like, depressed. Like, not... Depressed is a very strong word. I don't like the thought of it. I don't like it. And then like I'll start doing it, and I'll do it for like I'll be really good about it for a couple of weeks, and then I'll just like die off and not do anything. Like I haven't advertised anything for like a couple of months. But there for a couple weeks, a couple months ago, I was like really good at it and like sharing my stuff. Hey, commissions are open, blah blah blah. And I actually got a couple people like bites, but like I it's just really hard for me, and I don't have like the money to like hire someone to do it, you know? Yeah, it's like too much of a push. I know. It really just does something like my brain just turns off whenever I think about like advertise, like whenever I think about like pushing my stuff out there. It turns off. Like I'm not as much as which is why like here in a couple like in a month or so I'll be looking for like a 9 to 5 unfortunately, but like I just kind of came to the realization I was like, okay, like you've tried. Like I'll still be doing art on the side, of course. Like I still have stuff I want to do. Like I'm working on my first graphic novel, and I want like that's gonna be like my main focus really from kind of here on out. Since I know that I'll probably have to get a 9 to 5, or most likely will. The Cheeser, hey, welcome, thank you. We were having a great conversation about Discworld, a Discworld. That's another cool world earlier, the Cheeser. But yeah, so that's gonna be like my graphic novel is actually gonna be like my main focus. Like, I mean, I'll be still be doing like this stuff for MadArt, but like will be my main focus personally. Kind of from here on out, honestly. Um, and then yeah, and then like of course like I would still do like a commission or something if someone wanted me to, but like I've kind of just came to the realization that I'm just not. I'm not a salesperson. I mean, I've kind of always known that, but I was kind of like, well, if it's with my stuff, like, I know what I can do, and I know, like, what I need to do, and I just don't, it's, again, it's like my brain, anytime I think about doing it, my brain just turns off, and I just cannot push through it. I just don't think it's just something that I'm good at. I know a lot of, I've talked to artists before and they're like, well, I'm not good at it either, but I force myself to do it. I'm just like, I don't want to. Like, I'm just not in the position in my life. You know, I'm 37. I'm not in the position in my life to be like, I'm going to force like, I want to push through this just so I can advertise. No, it's just, it seems like a very depressing thing to me. It's a very, yeah, depressing is probably a good word because it does like make me really like it drags me down like whenever I think about it. So you cheeser, hopefully you're having a good morning so far. I am going to take a quick like 5-minute break, and then I'll come back for like another like a little over like 40 minutes or so. So give me a moment, y'all. Oh no, I can find, there we go. Alrighty. We are back. Look who's back. Back again. Oh, jeez. Weirdness. Okay. Alright. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Alright. So we have another about let's see, I'll probably stream until like 3:10, 3:15 probably. Maybe. Or at least 3. At the least 3 o'clock Eastern time. So another like half hour or 40 minutes or so. Okay. Hashtag commitment. Mm-hmm. Yep. I has none. No, I do. I do. I just have commitment to certain things. Let's see here. Trying to decide. Are these good enough to add some? I don't think so. I think we add some like frosting. Oh, you know what I might do before I do this some more is, because I wanted to kind of puff these up a bit, so I'm going to do that, just that, and maybe not. Maybe not. I'm gonna have to like rethink a bunch of stuff if I puffed them up some. I'll just leave it a little bit on the flatter side. Same. Frosting gate. I have to go in and like fix the color on some of this, but I'm gonna give it a little bit more. A little more rise, just a little bit unevenness, I guess, to the surface. Okay, alright. Enough little unevenness here and there. Missed one over here. What kind of job are you going to go for? Sorry if it's too personal. No. You're fine. Really, I guess whatever. I really have no, like, I have experience in customer service and retail. Well, kind of retail. I mean, the retail experience I have is like very small gift shop at a museum. So not like big retail. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a pretty capable person. So like I'm just looking for, I mean, yeah. I mean, like I'll probably try to get something like that I think that will probably pay better first, and then if those don't work out, then honestly, I'll work at Walmart. Like I'm not a picky person. Have you thought about maybe trying for a graphics job, like a game studio or something? The thing is that I would have to move for that, and like there's nothing here like that. So I would have to move, which is not a huge problem for me, but I've found that a lot of times, like, applying to stuff like that, like, you have to be there for, like, and I'm honestly not really in the mood to travel. Like, like, given the state of things right now, I'm not, like, I don't want to be, like, I don't have the money. I mean, even if they would pay, and then even if they would, like, pay for it, which I know that usually they do, sometimes, that I wouldn't, like, feel like traveling right now. Like, maybe in the near future, but then it's like, I work on the tech industry, and finding new jobs is the same. They want you to be there. Yeah. So, yeah, there's nothing here. There's not really that much I can drive to either. I mean, like, maybe something within a 3-hour distance, but, like, I can maybe find something in a 3-hour distance, but there's not a lot of that stuff in this immediate area. So, yeah. I mean, like, I will probably, yes, keep an eye out for, like, especially, like, you see, graphics and then graphic design work, like, isn't really my forte. Like, I'm not good with the whole, like, again, it kind of goes along with the whole selling it thing. I'm not really good with, like, what usually I would refer to as graphic design, which is logo work, brochure work, that sort of thing. It's not really something I'm very good at. I'm good at illustrating. There's a lot of, like, yeah, of course. Just, again, not here. I'm in a very, like, empty part of the country for that. And, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if anything would open up like that here, of course I would try for it. Or if I would see anything like that. But it's just not something you see a lot of here, if at all. I mean, there are some, like, design firms, like a couple, but, like, not a lot. Yeah. And usually, like, I mean, if it was any other time in history, like, if we didn't have a pandemic going on currently, like, I wouldn't be as like, well, I just can't, like, but yeah. Like, I would find, like, money to, like, be able to travel and get there or whatever I needed to do, but, yeah, I don't really feel like doing that right now. So, yeah, I'll probably look into, like, I mean, I'll see what's available, but, and the thing is that, like, I'm one of thousands upon thousands of people looking for jobs right now. So, so we'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah. I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can about it because, you know, nothing much I can do but just try, I guess. My whole thing now is that I currently live with like two very at-risk people for COVID, so which is why I haven't started looking yet. And I'm trying to put it off as much as I can because I'm hoping that they'll be getting their shots soon. They're on a list to be called, but because they're both over 60 with some existing health conditions that leave them very susceptible to it. And neither of them have had it yet, so. So I've been kind of trying to wait as long as I can. But yeah, probably when I start looking, I mean, I'll look at whatever's there, but like, probably will start with some administrative work because I do have a lot of administrative experience too. So probably look at that. Like I was an office manager in Boston for a year and a half. That was my last like out of the non-freelance job, I guess. Optimism. Yeah, my sister is similar. She runs a dentist office. So I have experience with stuff like that, and I have seen some openings because I've seen some openings in a couple of places for something like that. So, I don't mind that work, honestly, as long as you're working for good, for decent people. And Jane Reedy, welcome. Jane Reedy, have you watched last night's WandaVision? Or this morning's WandaVision? If so, I need to message you. We need to chat. Yeah, so I'll probably look for administrative stuff and then from there maybe customer service. I'm not again, given the time, I'm not huge into being like I want to be in a customer service job right now, but we'll see. Watching at 7 a.m. It's on Disney Plus. Yes, I'm always missing out. Oh, Jasmine. Okay, you'll be getting a message here. In the next like 20 minutes. Well, maybe a little bit longer. I have to type it out. I have opinions. I have opinions. I was up for an hour after the show last night, just exclaiming to my friend. Man, okay, all right. Yes, she is. She does good in it. She does good. I went to the show not really expecting all that much, but I've loved it. I've loved it. She was just on Bon Appetit at YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Let's put it this way, Jane Reedy. I liked the episode, but there are things that are frustrating there are a couple of things that really are frustrating me a lot, and maybe you'll have some clarification, but as of right now, I left last night really frustrated. Really frustrated. I'm still not sure how to feel about BA after what happened to the woman. Oh, to the woman in the POC that said Chris Morocco's superstar videos. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of Bon Appetit. TMI. I borrowed Disney Plus at Christmas time to watch Mandalorian. Oh, good decision. Good decision. Listen. Sorry for Steph last year, Bon Appetit was underpaying a lot of women and people of color. Some, others in solidarity. A lot of people are, I mean, I followed it like, yeah, okay. Yeah, understandable. I know BA has some weirdness, but I still like their people, and a lot of them are still doing shows elsewhere on the net. Yeah, I didn't know too much about Bon Appetit. I have, like, followed several people who have left, like, BuzzFeed over certain things, but yeah, supporting Carla. Yeah, we love her. All right, well, I'm here for you all. Fandom counseling. Thank you, JM Rady. I appreciate you. I can't fault the people on the screen because it's not their fault. Yeah, I mean, usually it's an upper management thing, and usually the people on the screen are not management. Yeah, I guess, like, and I get that. Like, I felt that way similar with other things for Oth of just like, wow, I really want to support these people that are still, like, here, because it's not their fault, but then also, like, that support's trickling up to management as well in certain ways. Carla is good and she's doing, like, her own channel now. I know, it's just tough to not blame the mostly men for staying while praising the women who left in solidarity. Yep. I could see that. Yeah. I could see that. Again, this is just me as an outsider, though. I'm not really. The only cooking kind of YouTube show I watch is Binging with Babish. Or is it Babish? I don't know. I don't watch it. So I don't really know how to pronounce it. Is it Babish or is it Babish? 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 Okay. I like Babish better. Yeah, didn't Solo from BA went there. Babish. Babish is good. He's working with Sola L. Wiley, who was one of the former BA people. She's amazing. Yeah, I don't really watch any cooking shows. The only cooking shows I think I watch are the ones that are they try to cook something without a recipe. That always fascinates me. Well, other than like something like the Great British Bake Off, but Sola's smart. I want to watch all her vids. I do like eat the menu stuff. For some reason, it's comforting to me. Ooh, I just got really hungry. Oof. One of the group panels they did about 18 months ago, everyone had high praise for Sola. I think she was the smartest and the brightest person in the BA kitchen, though not their biggest star. That was Claire. Sorry, we'll stop talking. So Claire, is Claire the one that does, now is she the one that does the, is she the one that does like the recreations of things that, like a recreation of a gummy bear? Like things that are usually manufactured, like manufactured? Claire did recreations of candy, yes. Now, I have seen a couple of those videos. Remade Pringles, jelly beans, yeah. See how close she could get. Oh, J.M. Reedy, have you seen Cool World? You probably haven't, but you seem like that it's a very small possibility you've seen it. I like their new series where they have chefs make food in the same time it takes to take out to get there. Oh, interesting. Wait, seen what? Cool World. Cool World. Chrissy is so good at like hers. Mm-hmm. It has Brad Pitt, and it's like a mix of animation and live action, and it was released in the early 90s by Paramount. I watched it for the first time last night, and it was an experience. Now, I have not seen it, but I am familiar with it. Mm-hmm. Watched it for the first time last night. You're not missing out on anything. My camera's shaking for some reason. I'm swinging my feet, which apparently makes my camera move, so I apologize. I apologize. Bouncy cam life. For real. For real. Your camera was like, cool world. These frosting drips got me drooling. Well, good. I'm glad. Okay, Nightbot, chill out. Nightbot, please.
You're still listening, gentlemen? That last few minutes might have been a little confusing.
God, Nightbot. Holy Nightbot. Yeah, Nightbot is definitely trying to flex their power. Nightbot is uninvitable. Alright, probably when I get these... Let's see, well, we'll see. Probably when I get this done here, this little sheen that I'm adding, probably call it for today. Ugh, God, that's horrible. I'm sorry, Jasmine. Alright, so we just got, let's see, the plate, the background, the text, and then like just extra stuff that I want to, oh, we need to work on her boots too, which is just the tops of them, so. Yeah. Getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, we also need to add the pattern onto her dress too. That's what I get for running my gear 24/7 through February. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I am hungry since we've been talking about food. I've been working on food, so I'm gonna get some lunch. But y'all have been watching MadArt with Steph. Thank you so much for those that have been in chat and chatting along with me. Well, sure, I've been chatting while I draw. I don't know. Y'all are the best. So, if you're unaware, we have all kinds of content here on MadBird streams. Throughout the week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we have D&D 5e content from 10 p.m. Eastern Time to 1 a.m. Eastern Time, as well as, oh, cool, Jasmine, it's our 150th episode of Stormfall tonight, which that's tonight, so if you don't have anything to do tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Stormfall, 150th episode, it's been going on for 3.5 years. Awesome, awesome. Also, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we have D&D 5e content, as well as more stuff on the way. And then Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, where myself and Victoria work on painting minis, worked on dungeon tiles before. A lot of fun. And then, let's see here. And we also have a Patreon, so if you're looking for ways to support the channel, it's a great way to do so. Not only do you get some cool stuff, but we get more in return. So it's our preferred way to support if you're looking to do so. Let's see who is streaming here. I'm going to give them a really quick rate-a-doodle. I don't know. Don't at me, okay? Let's see who we got going. Who is alive right now? There's so many people are alive right now. Okay, so we have let's see. Bunny Dreadful is working on some art. It seems like, oh, sorry. Lilia Draws is working on some art. Let's see here. We have an ad going on right now, so I can't even tell what's happening. But I'm trying to find someone for you real quick. Ads everywhere. I just want to see what they're doing, okay? Like, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Okay, so she's starting soon. And Lilia Draws is, let's see here. Oh, how did that refresh? That's super weird. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Let's see, 13 for that one. Ooh, working on a cute little illustration. That's adorable. Oh, you know what? Bunny Dreadful is working on some food as well. So let's head on over to them. She's working on, I believe, what we rated over to her the last time that we, yes, rated doodle. So let's head over there. She's working on some bread and some cheese. And I think it's perfect since we were working on cinnamon rolls for like half the stream. So if I can type, this is what happens when my, there we go. All right, so yeah, let's head over to Bunny Dreadful. Give her a caw-caw in the chat. You're the best. Have a great rest of your Friday. See you tonight for Stormfall or any of our other D&D content over the weekend. So check you then in chat or on our Discord channel. So until then, see y'all later. Bye.
Hi.